All right, I was just replaying a couple scenarios that happened today with people and how they responded to stuff and just kind of their overall demeanor about different things. And I was questioning, like, is it just them? Is it how they're wired? Is it things that have happened to them that have pushed them down this path with it? But it always says, like, there's a dichotomy of people. There's always a person who thinks this way. There's a person who thinks that way. This is how life works. And I was thinking about this with regards to these two scenarios today, and that there's some people who constantly look for something to complain about. Like, that's just their demeanor. Like, they're out looking for the problem. And what's the problem and how can I complain about it? Because for some reason it makes them feel better about their own circumstance. And I think part of it's just, it deflects having to take responsibility over something in your life that you don't feel good about, that you know you're responsible for. Therefore, if you find a problem that's external to you, it makes you feel better about it. Makes you feel better about yourself in some way. And there's the other side of the coin where it's the person who's looking for what's good. They have a positive attitude about stuff. Even when things suck, they're able to pick out the good that's in the circumstance around them. They're grateful people. This is hard because, again, there's always going to be crap that happens. There's always something you can have a pity party about. There's always something you can blame something else outside of you, how it makes you feel crappy, period. It's hard to be that person who looks for the good, even when it sucks. But there's a certain type of person that's wired that way. They're typically people who other people want to be around. They're typically people that things just consistently go good for them in their life over and over again. Even when circumstances aren't great, they somehow end up landing on their feet, period. You know these people. And there's the other people, again, another dichotomy here that kind of falls in line with this, in the fact that when things get hard, there's the person who just folds up their camp and all they do is, again, sit and kind of complain about it. And then there's the flip side of that. When things get tough, when things get hard, when things don't go their way, not only are they positive about it, but they're the person who says, you know what, I'm going to figure this out. They take ownership over the situation and they actually move forward in a productive fashion. Because, again, it's really easy to complain and it's really easy to just stop dead in your tracks, if not retreat at that point. It's hard to find something good, find something positive, find the lesson in something like that, and continuously find a reason to move forward. Even when you don't know where you're going, even when it's difficult, it's painful, it doesn't feel good. And that's the part. You get to pick and choose. You get either the person who complains and stops and retreats, or you're the person who finds the good in the circumstance and moves freaking forward on there. And I think of that, like, again, the people who are the positive people, per se, lack of a better way to describe it, and the people moving forward, guess what? They're the people you want to be around. They're the people who get things figured out. They're the people who find success in their life in all facets of it because they don't get stuck. Even when the circumstances get them stuck, they get themselves out of it because that's what they do, period. And the best part about this whole dang thing is you get to choose. You get to choose which side of the coin you want to play. You get to complain or find what's good. You can either get stuck or you can move forward. It's your choice.